Don't mind Gabriel's pile of basketballs. It's nice and the doors are open. Let's see if anybody pops in. Oh my goodness. What a day. You guys are like way up here. Hi, CJ. I'm glad you could stop by. Get out of here. Okay, now you. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to move or get rid of the ad. I can't watch the ads. There. Oh yeah, you can see the box of cat litter. You can see all that good stuff out there, can't you? Don't mind that stuff. You're not gonna see it for long. Hi, Pamela. How are you? It's a nice day today. We have the windows. Look, look, look. I got a breeze in my hair. You see? Not crafting, but hanging out while working. Well, I figured quite a bit of you guys would probably have to be doing some work or something like that. We are redoing our schedule here. And I think Thursday, was it Thursday, Friday? Something like that. We try and do stuff around the house. Now, I did need a video for today, and I could have shown some like Goodwill footage or something like that. But I also wanted to work on some Christmas tags because today is supposed to be our like day off. So, no, Mom, I'm not in the craft room. I'm sitting right here at the table. Well, the reason why I'm not in there is, one, I'm using the tripod that Erin built for Bianca to do her videos. And Erin built us the same, like, kind of desk. But I have that shelf that goes on the back of mine that he built for my ink pads. So I can't push the this contraption back far enough to make it work in there. So I need to think of a different tripod, maybe like something that will clamp and then look down. So here's the thing too. Hi everybody coming in. So I've done craft videos and, you know, things like that, but in editing, it's always upside down. But in editing, I'm able to flip the view around. So I don't have a bunch of devices to get different angles of things. So when I flip you guys down, it's probably gonna be upside down, and I'm gonna have to work upside down so you guys can see it properly. Yeah, so I didn't think that far ahead. But anyways, so yeah, today I just wanted to do something fun, but kind of feel guilty for not like working. So here it is, something fun, and I'm getting a video in for the day. We are going to make, well, I am going to make, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to make a couple of more Christmas tags. I know I said it, Christmas tags. It's okay, we can stand on our heads. Oh, well, thank you for that, Glenda. Can you move to the other side of the table and still create? Oh, you know what? I probably could do that. Well, no, the light is right there. Well, I can move the light when I point the camera down. I don't know. It's not like it's, I guess, too hard to do upside down. Let's see. Hello, everybody coming in. Hey, I'm excited you guys, like, popped in. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I've done the craft videos and stuff, but I've not done a live one. Back then, there was no, like, live thing, really. So, I guess I'll get started. I just wanted to explain, when I flip you down, you might see the little wiggling. You might do that because I had to bring my machine out here. Because I'm trying to think, like, okay, what do I need? And as soon as I thought I was all set, I'm like, no, I need this. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. And then I'm like, no, but that has to be cut out. And then I'm like, well, crap, if I'm gonna do this, you know, like I said, editing the video is different than doing it live. So live, you almost have to make sure things are prepared because, you know, it takes a long time. So I'm already working on a different one for maybe another video if this one goes okay, like a different idea of tags. I chose to do a tag because, for one, I know you guys might not see it in our packaging, but I love pretty packaging and pretty paper and tissue and bows and things like that. So that's part of why I chose to do tags. And plus, they're on a smaller scale. So if you guys are ever feeling like intimidated by some giant like layout or even a card, you could start with a little tag, and you can make tags for anything. You can even make that tag and stick it on a card or use it in your layouts or something like that. A lot of times the tags come out so pretty, you can actually gift them, and people use them like Christmas ornaments. So, and you can make tags out of just about anything. But today I have, let me show you what we'll be using. This is from Hobby Lobby. And it says 2021, so I must have grabbed it when I went to Hobby Lobby and got a few things around my birthday. This is the Miss Merry Christmas collection. Well, it says 2021, or wait, no, it says 2020 here, and on the back it says Christmas 2021. So I probably bought it this year, but it's the Miss Merry Christmas collection. Yes, you can. You can give them as gifts. You are right, Pamela. This is the type of crafting I like watching other people do it. But really, I do enjoy other people to create. I'm just not craft. I used to think that too, KCATX, that I didn't have a crafty bone in my body. But I might not have the same type of artistic thing like maybe Bianca, or I can't really, I mean, I don't want to say I can't. I could learn, but I don't. Like sew or crochet or needlepoint or anything like my mom, but I have my own thing. And through many years of trying different things, because all kinds of things look cool, card making was the one that stuck. Stamping was the one that stuck. It was my favorite thing. So yes, we're gonna be using this paper pad right here. We're going to be using a bunch of different colors of ink pads because I can't make up my mind. We're going to be using, now I love to watercolor. That's my favorite way to color because I'm pretty poopy with markers. Colored pencils, I like to do colored pencils too, but I get the most joy out of using watercolors. You can watercolor with just about everything. That's like my top rated video ever on my channel, is how I show you guys how to like watercolor with like Crayola markers and stuff, kids markers. But these today are the Tim Holtz Distress markers. I could have rolled my cart out here. I have one of those Raskog, I have two of them, those Raskog carts that has all my Tim Holtz inks in them. But instead I just brought in this because I just wish I could just do it from out there, but because I was bringing in a bunch of stuff. So we're going to use watercolor. You can use regular paintbrushes, but this time I have these paintbrushes, which are great on the go if you ever, you know, are traveling or whatever, where you can't have a cup of water to dip your brush. They already have water inside them, and you can get them in different like styles and tips and everything for your watercoloring needs. Oh, watercolor pencils are great too, yep. We just have scissors. I have a couple of types of glue out here. I have some VersaFine Clair by Sukaniko, this black ink. You can get this stuff on Amazon, FYI, if you see anything you like. And forgive me if I'm talking to any of you veteran crafters and you're like, yeah, lady, I already know what you're doing. Forgive me. I'm talking to like people that don't know, and you know, probably from having kids, I always talk to people like I have to explain a tutorial. So forgive that. But we're going to use this stamp set today, and I believe this one's Hello Bluebird. So, and I have the matching dies, which is why I had to bring my machine out here. I tried to pre-cut the other stuff. Yes, okay, Angela, good. Hi, Nettie, hi, people. Where do we get the cool paintbrushes? Well, you can go on Amazon or you can go to the craft section, like Hobby Lobby carries them. You can get them in the scrapbooking area or in like the artist paint section. So Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's even has them, but you can usually get big ones, like a pack of them on Amazon. Always something to learn from someone's instructions. All right. So I love watercoloring too. The soft look is so beautiful. I love watercolor. Hi, LaDonna. Sorry for people coming in. I was trying to explain myself because some people might not have the entire day. What is beeping? Is there a bomb or something? Did we lose online? No? Something is beeping. That's crazy. You see that? You see my hair blowing in the wind? We have breeze here. So exciting. Okay, so I have, now you guys don't have to get this. When this first came out, this is called a Misty. The most important stamping tool invented. You guys don't have to have something like this to stamp, but when this came out, I was like, holy crap, it made my life easier. I'm gonna use this to stamp, but I also have acrylic blocks, which if you don't know, is what these little fellas will stick to. But also, they're actually dual purpose, those acrylic blocks, but we'll get to that. So I think that's all my things. And oh, and I have dies. I have different dies right here. Here's the paper. So I cut the tag shapes out of the paper. The tags are here. They're just a random brand. You can get any, there's lots of shapes of tags. I have quite a few, but you can get them on Amazon. Go Amazon. Hashtag not sponsored, but I wish they would. Okay, so I think I'm going to point the camera down. Oh, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Alex, how did it feel to get a compliment from Tim Holtz? Did I? I don't remember getting a compliment from Tim Holtz. Let me know if I did, because that would be awesome. But I don't know of such a thing. Now, if you guys know Amy R, the card maker, she like reposted my cards in her Instagram and stuff, so that was pretty cool. Okay, I'm trying to move my stuff. I did on Instagram? No. You'll have to show me. When? When was this? What the heck? I'm stunned. No freaking way. I posted a card, okay. Because you know what? Because I always watercolor with his color, so I tag that man in like everything that I do because I used his stuff. But I've never heard a word, or so I thought. OMG. I'll have to look. Because we get like really poopy signal up here. Like, where did we go? What, Monday when I was doing all the invoicing? Well, it usually my phone beeps here and there because it'll send me an email. But when we left the house on Tuesday, my phone went crazy with all the PayPal notifications. So depends on where I am. Yeah, I had no idea. Tim Holtz. That's awesome. I can't believe it. Wow. And I didn't even know. How about that? How about that? Sorry. Kind of excited. Wish I could go see, but I don't have a device to go see it from. Yeah, I posted on my regular Instagram. Yes. Okay, so I'll have to look at that. Because I would have like exploded if I'd known. If I had known. So anyways, okay, so if I point you down, hello, Side Street. Apparently I got a compliment from Tim Holtz and I didn't even realize it. So that's kind of cool. All right, so Aaron said if I go like this, you're gonna go for a ride, okay? No, I did not see it. Gonna go for a ride. Whoop. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look. See, you're upside down. This is, so you're gonna have to see it like this. And because my phone is facing this way, I can't, well, I'm live. I can't zoom in for you guys regardless. So see, I'm watching you on the tablet so I can try and see what you're talking about. Okay. So here, the tags that I made are right here. These are the ones that are in the, no, you're okay. You're okay, Marcy, no worries. Like, how cool though, right? These are the ones that are in the photograph. And I just think that they're really cute, and you can do these any kind of color you want to, right? Like, I was just, I never know, and I do this with cards. I never know what I'm going to color something until I find a piece of paper that I want to use. So I found this paper, and of course I stuck it back in here. So again, it's this one. I found this paper pad, and I was looking for something that could be the sky. And I found this, and I was like, holy crap. That's awesome. Now you can take, you know, white paper like this. I'm getting like all you guys saying, showing, doing stuff on Instagram. You could take white paper and you can get yourself, let's see, I'll show you this one. You can take white paper. You can get a little snowflake stamp, and you can stamp the background here. You can emboss it in gold, and you can make your own backgrounds. So I've always had a love for the patterned paper, but being a stamper, I always tried to make my own backgrounds and stuff. So that was like much easier for me. You guys hear, or Butters, he's meowing at Aaron. So that's what I did. So I took my tag die, I rolled it through my machine, and I got my initial, you know, cut like this. And I'm like, okay, well, I want some snow. Give me some snow. So I ran my tag die through the machine again, and it looks like it's cut off, right? I'm just reading what you guys are saying. It looks like it's cut off, but I did that on purpose. So you cut this, you have to, well, you don't have to. You can hand cut it if you want to. But you cut another one out like this, your same tag, so it'll line up, see? So it will line up like this. So you want to cut it the same size. And then I have these different sorts of, don't mind this, my cat likes to chew on my stuff. I have different sorts of these edge dies. Now, a lot of these are by like Lawn Fawn. A lot of companies have them now. There's different ones that you can just create hills, you can create snowdrifts. So all I did was I took the whole tag like this. I just kind of taped it down where I wanted it in the machine, and I ran it through the machine, and it cut it off, and it gave me like a base. So then you take your tag and you take the little piece of snow, and you glue it together, and now you have like a snowy hill, okay? Let's see. I feel like I'm the only person in the chat that doesn't know who Tim Holtz is. Well, Tim Holtz, he's actually got a really cool story. He started off working at Michael's, and he didn't really know anything really about crafting. He took a couple of the card classes that Michael's would offer, and then he realized, man, I'm pretty good at this, and the store realized he was pretty good at it. So they offered him to like teach classes, and he would go to like the conventions and stuff for Michael's and things. Of course, there's the phone. And then he just, I don't know, everything just, the stars aligned, and that guy got his own like line with them, and he's gone so far with it. But he started off, you know, working at Michael's. So I have all of these extra white pieces because patterned paper is like very thin and flimsy. So I take these, and not to mention when I roll the die through my machine here. Sorry, it's gonna shake a little bit. The plates get cut. See, they get cut like this. And when you roll them through, it'll smush it and it like leaves little etches, you know? And eventually you need new cutting plates, or you just need to remember to only cut on one side, but sometimes it happens and you're like, screw it, and you use all the sides. So that's why, 2 reasons. This is flimsy and the back sides get kind of smushed and ruined. So I glue them together and I make it, you know, thicker. You got to meet Tim Holtz at the Stamp Fest in Orlando a few years back. He's just as down to earth and cool as in person. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So that's what I would do there. I would we'll go ahead and we'll glue these together. And also, see how that, can you see that? How that kind of looks not so good? You can stamp to and from on this side like I did with this one, and you can actually use it. So before, oops, it's upside down, I forget. Luckily this stamp set comes with a to and from. So before I glue everything together, I can't work in a mess. I can't, it just kills me. So we're gonna have to make these be in piles. Can't do it. Okay, so we're gonna get this out, and oh my gosh, we're gonna stamp upside down, or I might have to do it right side up, maybe just for me. So I'm gonna find my edge and make it like nice and tight there, and just put a little magnet so it stays. And you can always take your stamp set like this, and you don't even have to take these out. You could be like, oh, yeah, that fits because these are clear, you know? But we're gonna take this to and from that's on here. And I'm sorry I can't zoom in because we're live. But we're going to put, whoops, that's from. We gotta put 2 first, right? Oh yeah, I guess you don't have to. I can't even see. Let me stand up to make sure I'm straight. Stay, little fella. 2 and from. So then we would close the door and it will pick up the stamp, right? So now your little stamps are right here. We're gonna take a little bit of the ink, and you don't have to press too hard or else it's gonna get into like the little crevices and then it's gonna make a big blob. And then we're gonna press it down here. Now the beauty of this tool is if you miss stamp, you could just go back over it, or if you want it darker, you could go back over it. So we have our to and from. So I'm gonna set that to the side. And I'm gonna leave this because, you know, we'll do it again. So we're going to, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue. I'm gonna see which snowdrift I like. I have like 3 different kinds of different shapes because I went down like I, you know, cut it like this, and then I went down and did like this side. So I have a few different kinds. I hope you guys can see. I know I'm far away, aren't I? Oh my gosh, and I can't zoom you in. Oh my goodness. That's where all those fancy editing stuffs comes in. I don't think I can zoom you in. Oh, I can. Holy snot buckets. I just have to move you. I didn't think it would let me do it, but it did. Okay, so you can see that better. Different snowdrifts. Man. Okay. Oops, over there. So I think, what do I like? I think I like this one. Well, I like all of them, but I think we're gonna do this one here. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I was like, oh my gosh, they can't see anything I'm doing. So I love this Tombow glue. And another one that I really love is this Scotch tacky glue. It really grabs quickly. It's a wet glue, so it gives you a second to play with it, but it grabs nicely. Now, you don't want to like glob on the glue, of course, because it's going to squirt out the sides, and it can also wrinkle your paper. like I said, these bits of paper are, you know, thin. So I'm gonna do this upside down. Let me look at it real quick. Kind of go like this. So we have our little snowdrift there. Now this should be okay and dry. So we got our to and from. You could do that in different colors and stuff too. And you don't have to use wet glue. I didn't bring my other double-sided stuff, tape stuff, you know, that stuff. So, yeah, I said holy snot buckets. Hi, Kevin. You just described how you, oh, see, don't do that one. It happens to me too. It's, you know, we got to go back to kindergarten. Now, some of these aren't exactly mirrored. It won't work if you try and flip them, but some of the dies do work out like that. So see how my hole isn't completely like lined up right there? I'll just have to take my little hole punch and make it work. But now it's clean on that side. It's thicker, you know, it's not gonna rip because that paper is thin. And so there we go. We have the base of our tag. That's one. And then we can work on one more. See, it's like all cut up and stuff from the plate. Lame. That's just, I have to buy new plates. We're gonna, come on, glue. We're gonna add, there, well, that's a lot of glue. You're always in a hurry? Story of my life, Mary. Marcy, you're Marcy. Okay. Wait, I'm not gluing, okay. I thought I was gluing two pattern papers together. That wasn't gonna work. Where did you find a hole punch that small? Well, it'll probably be a little bigger than that. But the Crocodile tool, it's Crop, C-R-O-P, Crocodile tool, it has different size hole punches. So you could look into that. It's kind of spendy for that tool though. Before I get much further, let's open our Misty. I have like 3 different sizes of, not the Misty, but I have like the Tim Holtz one, and I think We Are Memory Keepers made one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this lady like sued the crap out of them for doing that too. Let's see, am I? Yep, I'm about right. These are my magnets. Look at that, we have 56 people in here. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing? I think you can. There we go, just doing our little to and from. I know I did it first last time, but I got glue fingers and had to glue stuff. You missed the, yeah, the coupon. I had seen on a video that they weren't using the coupon anymore, and sure enough, when we went around my birthday, so there's to and from, there's the base. They were like, nope, we're not doing that. I'm like, well, fine. Fine then. So we're gonna do another. So I had the 2 different kinds of edge dies I had. So one of them leaves like a nice line on the top, and the other one was stitched all the way around. So there's like a couple of different kinds out there. So which snowdrift do I like? And you guys could even layer these up. You could go, if they were, well, if it was the other way, you know what I mean? And you can create like a little layer of them, but we're just gonna do one today. Where did I get the Misty? It was actually a gift. The Misty was a gift, and the Tim Holtz one, it's bigger. The Tim Holtz one is bigger, but same idea, same premise as this. I want to say that was at Hobby Lobby at one time or another. And then the We Are Memory Keepers one, I think, was at Michael's one time or another. But Michael's paper crafting stuff, their section is very lackluster these days. So, you know, Amazon for the win. All right, so we have 2 of our bases, of our tags. Now, you could just buy your own tags, I guess. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you wanted to craft and make something, this is on a smaller scale, so it's not as intimidating. Aren't those beautiful?
So beautiful. Very cool.
Thanks. Okay. Now, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot my little... So, back in the day, if you guys know who Lawn Fawn is, they started selling these craft, the chamois that you could wipe your stamps off with. Well, they're the same thing as those car chamois that you dry your car with. So I got one, like Dollar Tree used to sell them, and I got one, and I would just cut corners off, and I've been using the same one for like 10 years. And I just wet it, and I'll use it to wipe my stamps and my surfaces down, and then put my stuff away. But I didn't bring that in here, of course, so I don't want to forget to wipe those off. All right, so now this is what I was saying why I had to bring my machine. So if I stamp the trees and color them for you guys, I had to have my machine out here to cut them out. That's the whole point, was to do the coloring and stuff. And if I already had it ready, then what's this video for? So these are all the dies that go, and the dies, there's a die for each one, and it'll just cut them out when you roll them through the machine. You don't have to fussy cut them unless you like to cut, then you can do that yourself. So we're gonna do, you could do any of these guys, really. I mean, you could do, and that's, I do this, I look for all these little things that will fit, and you can make little clusters of things. You could do the reindeer if you wanted to do the reindeer. You could, yeah, you could do any of these, but maybe except this guy, the reindeer. These are all gonna be, these are gonna be like a black and a white, or like a light bit of a blue to just add a little bit of outline. Not a ton of color. So that's kind of why I went for the Christmas trees. That, and I just love wintry trees. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do, oh my gosh, that's what I forgot. My stamping paper. Yeah, I knew I'd forget something. So you guys take 1 second, get yourself a drink. I'm gonna go get some watercolor paper and I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. So I have some Strathmore watercolor paper, and I might have like a scrap or two, yep, that I can use. These are just regular paper, that's just regular cardstock. Yeah, there, I think I saw one Tuesday morning still left over here. Here's a little scrap piece of paper I can use. Okay. And this, I want to say they even have this at Walmart. So you can even grab it at Walmart. All right, what are we talking about? If you go to Amazon and type in Tim Holtz card making cutter machine, one pops up for $67. What are we talking about? Where is he? I really like this, Alex. This is helping me figure out how to show my crafting better on my channel. Oh, okay. It is... Okay, I thought Marcy had a... Where did you get the... Okay, I thought you had a question about the machines, so I was trying to see if I can find it to answer it for you. Okay, so I'm going to... This is my watercolor little panel. I'm just using the little magnets to hold my little paper down. Because if you do a bunch of stamping, You don't want to shift your paper or you'll have like double vision when you stamp again. So we are going to stamp some trees. Now I'll have to stamp them over and over again. Now when you do watercolor, you have to get an ink that won't bleed when you go to color with it. So on the back, it should tell you, like here, this is upside down, but it should tell you here what it's good for. And this is a pigment ink, and pigment ink actually sits on top of your paper, so it takes a little bit longer to dry, and it's a little easy to smear, but it's really good. But this is, it says that it's perfect for watercolors, this ink. So, and they have lots of different colors of this. Ink has come a long way. Like, I have some like really old Stampin' Up! Ink pads that still have ink in them, but how the formula itself takes to the stamp, unless the formula is just so old it's bad, but how their old formula sits on the stamp versus the new stuff, it's completely like different. Okay. All right, so I have a couple of trees. Now I spread them out just a smidge because when I'm done coloring, I'm going to tape my little, can you go on my desk? And there's 2 clear boxes sitting like right by my computer, and there's a roll of blue tape.
You need blue tape.
Yes. So I'll tape them down and roll them through my machine, but you want to make sure you have room for your dies. So we're going to pick them up, and paper didn't shift. And like I said, you don't have to like push this so hard, or else your ink gets in all of the little crevices, and it like, especially if you're using like words.
This stuff?
Yep. This stuff.
That's
This stuff is called mint tape. And this stuff, they're new and fancy, but we used to just use Post-it note tape or washi tape to hold the dies down. But this is, no, you don't have to quit talking. You're fine. This is what I'll use to hold the dies down to run them through the machine. And you can take a little bit off and then use the same tape like over and over and over again. But, so yeah, you just put a little bit of ink on there. Press it down. They even have a new, well, new to me tool that you can use to help rub so you get a better impression, especially for larger stamps. So there's those 2 trees. Now, I don't have my little stamp cleaner. That'll bug the crap out of me. Now,
You need to get something for you?
I'll get this one, you guys. 1 second. I knew I was gonna miss something. We're gonna have to use a damp paper towel. Which you kind of don't want to use these because the fibers will get on your stamps, you know. But I had Gabriel crafting with me the other day, and the stamp, my little chamois is not where it was. So I'll have to look for it. But I'm just gonna wipe those off. And yeah, my mom's got the Mac Daddy machine. Oh, did you say hi?
I did.
Oh. So I'm wiping them off, and then you'd have to like dry it off a little bit, or else when you touch your paper, it's gonna get back on your paper, you know? So I just kind of, usually with the stamp, the chamois thing, I clean them off and I just kind of like dry it on my hand. And I think we'll just come like this. And we'll pick them up again. Look at that, I got 54 people. OMG.
What do you sell?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just my Christmas tag knowledge, which isn't much. Okay, so we have 3 trees. That's 4. That is clearly 4. We have 4 trees. Okay, and I'm gonna leave this here because I want to find my stuff. I want to find them. So I'm gonna turn this way so you guys can see it. Now you have to pick, like, okay, I look at these, I look at the background paper, and what's gonna go with it? You know what I mean? Like, what's gonna match this? So you can do whatever colors you want to, because it's pretty neutral, right? So I just looked at this one's called Pine Needles. I mean, how perfect is that? We have pine needles, and do we need a pink tree? We'll probably need a pink tree. This is picked raspberries. And look, we have all these colors. We have twisted citron, which will be like a really like a lime color. I think I like this one. I think I did shabby shutters, and we can like blend some together. What are the other 2 greens? We have mowed lawn. That's a good one. Peeled paint. That evergreen bough that I was talking about last night, I don't have that in a marker. Oh my gosh, my cats are going crazy. I only have it in a stamp pad. So then we'd need something for our trunk. Frayed burlap. We have vintage photo. I think that's what I used last time, was vintage photo. Okay, so we could do this 2 ways. Now I'm gonna use this as an example to share with you guys. Now you can go, these have a brush tip and this little fine point tip. You can go, hold on, I'm gonna wipe that off. You can go right to the paper, you mark it down, and then these, like I said, these are filled with water already. So usually I just have a paper towel with me, and it just takes a little bit of a push, and water will come out the tip of your brush. See, it's wet there. And then you can control how watery you want it. So you can either paint your stuff already, and then put your marker down, or you can put it on a dry, and then you can just start blending. You just start blending the color out. So that's one way. You can literally mark it on the paper and do that. And then you could take these acrylic blocks. You can do anything. You can take you could take a Ziploc bag, plastic wrap from like something that came like wrapped in plastic, because all you need to do is scribble your marker on there. It'll wipe right off because it's, like water. And then you can do the same thing. You can pick it up and you can do the same sort of blending. Make sense? See the blending? And then I just, between colors, I will just go like this, squeeze it just a tad, and wipe my brush off. There. Now let me see if I can zoom you in a smidge, a smidge more. There we go. And then I'll have to move this. So I think I'm gonna show you both ways. I think we're going to do the marker to the paper, and then, sorry for the shaking guys, the marker to the paper, and we'll blend it out, and then we'll put the marker on the block, and then we'll pick up the color from there. So we're gonna try pine needles. So what I usually do, I'm making sure you guys can see me, is I'll go underneath where there would have been a shadow naturally. And you don't have to go too far out, because when you pick up the color with your brush, it's gonna pull it. So just like that, right? It looks like maybe a little kid scribbled. So I'm gonna take my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna start pulling it out. And then, for like highlight's sake, you can use or leave the tips of it like a light color. Now granted, I am coloring upside down, so we'll see. You know what, I have a little tiny hair hanging off this brush, getting on my nerves. Let me cut it. So we'll just go like this, and then we'll go this way. Oh, bye, Marcy. Okay, I sure will. I will definitely try. I already was practicing another one to see if it'd be one that I wanted to make. A little more shabby chic. But I need to go to Hobby Lobby. I have to grab a couple of things. So you could do something like that. And then when this dries, you can actually, I would anyway, wait till it dried a little. You can go back in and add more color if you want, or you can add a different color. So let's see, we'll do a pink tree, but we'll pick it up from the block. So you just scribble your color down, and I'm just gonna wipe my brush off. And oh, I gotta check how much water is coming out. Okay, it's fine. Then you pick this up. And then again, if you guys know like your source of light, like more power to you. To me, I'm just like, I just kind of color. And you can get like this gradient effect, and it's really neat. You can go back in and make it a little bit darker. We can even go in, let's see, that's picked raspberry. What else do I have? This one is aged mahogany. This one's a little bit darker. Let's see what it does. It adds just a little bit of like a shadow up there or in there. Alex, this is a great tutorial. I never knew how to use those distress markers. How cool. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. Okay, so that went a little brown for me. Like that was going off the deep end. So we're gonna drag in some more pink. More pink. Okay, so then after the fact, you can take and put like glitter glue. I'm a sucker for stickles. I love Tim Holtz stickles. So I use them on like everything. So there's that. So I'm gonna mess around with this a smidge because I'm coloring far. I'm kind of far from the paper. I'm not right over top of it. And it's upside down. So there you go. That might be all right. And then let's see, let's look at these other guys. It looks like that looks like cracked pistachio. Okay, that's cracked pistachio. So I think that's this color. And that looks like a mix of like mowed lawn and maybe, or peeled paint and shabby shutters. Something like that. Okay. Oops, what am I doing? I need those. You can do a blue tree, you could do a yellow tree. So then when you have your marker on here, you can just wipe it right off. Comes right off. Okay. Whoa. I hope that one gets paid.
Yeah, right.
One of our things just ended. But whenever your auctions end kind of high, you're like crossing your fingers, you know? All right, so everybody can still see. All right, cool. We're gonna do cracked pistachio, and we'll go right to, hi Picasso Cat. We'll go right to the paper again, and this time we'll do something different. We'll color like on the outside, and we'll see how we can pull the color. And it'll change your light source. Like I said, if you're someone that really knows about this stuff and really cares, okay, more power to you. Me, I just kind of go with the flow. See, so now it kind of looks like your light is coming from this side. And then, like I said, you can add more. I would generally wait until it was dry, because it doesn't make a huge difference when it's wet. And then the paper will start to peel. So let's see. See, the paper starts to peel. I should have listened to myself. Okay, we'll just roll with it, because, you know, that's what crafting is, right? Art is not perfect. So we'll leave that. And then we'll do another, I think maybe another pink tree. We have worn lipstick and spun sugar. Spun sugar is a very light pink. It's a very baby pink. So we'll do that one. Oh, thank you, Wendy. They are nail stickers from, like nail polish stickers from Walmart. Doesn't that look like worn lipstick? Oh, such great names he has for his stuff. All right. Just blend that out. Just pull the color. That's all you gotta do. Just pull the color. Just pull it. Those two will go together, and those two will look good together. So now we need a tree trunk color, right? So this is Vintage Photo. Oops, upside down. This one's called Vintage Photo. Like I said, they have these in like big ink pads. They have them in the little mini ink pads, so you can test them. So we'll scribble a little on here, because that will be really dark on there. So if I think I have like a little too much, I can like dab it on a napkin, or I can like add a little bit of water to dilute what I'm doing. And then come in, because Vintage Photo, if I would have went right to the paper, it would have made it like super dark. And if I'm not having like some really dark woodland, you know, theme, I don't want too dark. So there are our trees. Very pretty trees. So now we just need a little piece of paper. That's probably, sorry guys, I'm reaching in here. So I have a little scrap piece of this paper. Let's wipe off our block. Sorry for the shaky shakes. We'll put that back, and I'll probably zoom you out a smidge. There you go. Because I'm gonna use the Misty. So let me put, you see how it stamped the tree down? That's why you want to wipe these off before you try and like stamp again. All right, so now we're going to do our little sentiments. Oh, that's not my paper. And that's where all the fun, so I'm just taking this corner and I'm gonna butt it up against here, so I can make sure my sentiments have the best chance of being straight, okay? This is where the fun like colors of the ink pads come in. So we have Be Jolly, Let It Snow, Burr, and Fa La 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 La. So I stamped a bunch of them last time in different color inks, so you can put them down. Well, let's do one at a time because that was my trouble last time. I like laid them all down and I was doing different ink colors and I'm like, crap, I'm gonna get it everywhere. So we're gonna do Let It Snow. And be mindful when you're doing your little sentiment, if you wanna do colors, to pick something that's kinda gonna go with your images you just colored. So these are what I brought out here. These are Hero Arts Shadow Inks, and they're supposed to like fill, like after you stamp them, they're supposed to like blend together. But this is a mid-tone in Mint Julep. Then I brought out Green Hills, Ultra Pink. We have Tide Pool. And we have Raspberry Jam. And we have Navy. Oops, there you go, Navy. So those are all the different colors I brought out because I didn't really know exactly what color I was gonna color the tree. So, okay. So we have Let It Snow. And I think I'm gonna try this color here. Hero Arts, Tide Pool. And again, can you see me over here? No, you can't. Can you see me here? All the shaking. We're just gonna stamp nicely and evenly. So this is what I was talking about. If you're not careful and you push too hard, it'll get in where all the words are and you'll just have like a blob. So we'll stamp down. I have to clean these off. Stamp it down, you probably can't see me. So to me, I'm like, I want it a little darker, a little more crisp. So add more ink, and it's because of the magnets, it's in the same spot. So you can do it again. And if you want to go for round 3, hello there, people coming in. So then we'll push it, and then it's like nice and crisp. It says Let It Snow. And this one, again, I'll have to clean that off. Don't fall off, little fella. So we have that color, and then we have like pink trees. So I think I might stick with, I like this navy. So we can do, we'll put this right here, pick it up. We're gonna add our ink. Sorry again for the shaking for the people coming in. That one stamped pretty well, like the very first try. So I'll probably leave that alone. Oh gosh, I don't want to touch this. I'm gonna get ink all over my fingers. And these are, these inks here, these are archival inks. So you can also use these for watercolors and stuff like that, but they're like a dye, so they, whoa, my door just blew shut. Okay, the next thing is, let's see, so we have, did we make, how many did we make? How many tags did we make? 2? We made 2. Okay, so we made 2 of these. We have 2 sentiments. I think I'm gonna stamp one more in pink just in case, like just to be sure. We'll do another, we'll do this Be Jolly. We'll do it in pink just in case we want something pink. Oh, a new bid. Okay, I'm gonna ink that up. we'll probably have the same thing where we need to go over it another time. See, it's kind of splotchy there. Oh my gosh, my door just keeps blowing. And Aaron has his headphones on, so he's not gonna be able to hear me. Try it again. That's a little better, right? And as it dries, it'll just blend together. So that's what was great about these inks here. All right, so now kind of the wobbly part. Let me zoom, oops, that's really close. I'll zoom you out there the whole way, okay? And you can see my whole mess. We'll move this, I gotta clean all those off, but I need my machine. This machine has been with me, oh my gosh, for a long time, since Gabriel was real little. This is the Sizzix Big Shot machine. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these here on this cutting plate. And the stamp set came with the dies that go around it. So we gotta find which one goes with which. I'm gonna have to stand up. So there's this one, goes with burr. And you just gotta try and line it up as best you can. And then this is where this little tape comes in handy. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to fix that. The door blew so hard, it blew the doorstop. And then this one goes with, hold on, I'm looking at it upside down. No, it doesn't go with that one. This one goes with this one. This one, doesn't this go with you? Yes. I was gonna say. Okay, so there it is facing you guys again. Hi, people coming in. So you just make them nice and like even with the dies as best as you can. Now you could do like cut them out and then stamp, but then you gotta try and stamp on that tiny little surface, which could prove to be tricky. Stay right there, little fella. See, in these little pieces, you could use them quite a few times of this tape. This tape, you can get like 3 rolls. Scrapbook.com has a lot of good like sales and just good prices in general. I really like their site. And they sell like 3 of them, 3 rolls for like, I wanna say $9 or $6, something like that. Okay, let me put these back so I don't lose them. So then you got this here and you have to put the top plate on. And here's where we're gonna wiggle, okay? The machine's gonna really move the camera. And you roll them through. It'll make a cracking sound. That's normal. And then we have our sentiments cut out for our tree, or for our tags with the trees. So we have those 3. Now we have to do the trees. Now, because we have multiple, we can only do one at a time. Look at that. I colored upside down and I painted on the rough side and I like the smooth side better. That's probably why I wasn't cooperating. That and I was upside down. I'm gonna blame that. So we'll have to roll it through twice because we only have 1 die per tree in this set. So there's 1. And where's my other tree? Oh, I'm gonna dump them out again. There you are. Here's the other shaped tree. Stay as best as you can. Stay. Okay, so then, remember I said you could reuse this tape. Sorry, I'm quiet. Concentrating, people. Oh, I just moved it. Son of a nutcracker. Okay. So those just have a little bit of help staying down while we roll it through the machine. Okay. Then we get our plate again. We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll, people. And it's gonna wiggle. Trying to go slow, I usually go much faster. Okay. Let's see, then we have our trees cut out. We have to do, you could just go back. You don't have to go a certain way with this. You can still go back, but I'm going back in front of the camera. So we're going to put this back for the next tree. Are you guys having fun? Is this different? I hope so. And let me get that door. That's gonna bug the crap out of me. Can't believe you blew that shut. Jeez Louise. Powerful wind today. And the wind never blows in Florida. Okay. Well, thanks, Peterson. This makes me want to craft shop. I know. Tell me about it. There's a channel that I've been watching since like I started crafting. Her name is Miss Cooper's Coop, and she's just so, I just love listening to her. Her name's Mariel, and like she'll show you her little Target hauls and her little Dollar Tree hauls, and like show you things that she's made, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just so nice. She's one of those people that make you feel like home. So I like her. But she makes me want to go like, oh my gosh, I have to go check Target. What are you talking about, Alex? You don't have a Target. So there's all that paper. Let me put these back here. Put all my dies back in my little, and these are little stamp envelopes that you can get off Amazon to organize your stuff. You can get them bigger, you can get them smaller. I'm just keeping the dies with the stamps that I have to clean. So, oh, let me move this out of the way. And I like that I'm familiar with you already, so it's like I'm watching a friend make something while chatting. Cool. Thanks for doing this, Alex. Giving me some ideas with my granddaughter. Oh. Okay. So I think we're gonna zoom back in. Sorry, my hands are in the way. Let me see how close I am. There we go. So now we have the, see, here's our examples. Mine has glitter all over it. Of course, I didn't bring glitter glue out here. So now you can pick like what you want to go together. Do you want these two trees to go together? I mean, I wouldn't. I would put them, oh, you have a question. Do you think one could use the distress spray with the brush to color? Like squirt it on the block and use yes, you could. Oh my gosh, why is it doing that? I'm kind of breaking up, I think. Yes, you could do that. You could also use your ink pads. You just take your ink pad and you smear it on something, some kind of non-porous surface, and you pick it up with your brush. You could do that with a lot of different inks, but I've noticed that Tim Holtz are the most, because they're supposed to like blend and do those kinds of things, those are the most easy to use. So yeah, cool, thanks. I'm gonna have to test it out. Oh, that's brilliant. I have a lot of those ink pads. Yep, that's what I usually use, but like I said, since I had to bring everything to the kitchen table, I just brought my markers. Okay, so I'm gonna pick these two, like the darker shades to go together, and then the lighter shades to go together, And then we'd have to pick which sentiment we would want to go with which of these. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. I think I like those two. I don't know. Let me see. I think that's the wrong kind of pink. It's like now, I don't know. What are you meowing for, Butters? I think maybe this dark one here and this on the lighter side here. I think. Either way is fun, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, oh my gosh, stop fighting, you two. Let me take a little sip of my coconut water. Make everything, oh, make it look so easy. Are you kidding me, squeakers? Get down. Oh, Lord Jesus, sorry. So I'm gonna take my glue. So here, okay, how am I gonna do this? I have foam tape. Now, foam tape used to be kind of expensive and hard to come by, but even Dollar Tree has some pretty good foam tape because they've stepped up their game with their crafting section. So I think I'm going to, the tree that's in the forefront, I'm going to pop up so it has some dimension. So when we do that, take the little tree, and you would try and eyeball it, but kind of cut to the tree's length of your tape. So now I have to kind of go for the top. If you don't do this, here, I gotta get closer to it. If you don't, like, I guess, what am I trying to say? If you don't do all the bits of it, like over time, your tree's gonna like sink in, like the different sides of your whatever you're trying to pop up. Like if you didn't go all the way up, over time, this would like fall backwards onto the card. So then we're going to, Butters, what are you going through, son? We're gonna take this, and these are easy to cut, and we're gonna make it kind of thin. Butters, you putting on a show for everyone? And I'm gonna just go to the sides. You don't like have to go through like all this, but I have a lot of my saved cards from over the years, and some of them that I didn't do those kinds of things to, they sunk. So I'd have to try and, you know, add something else. So I'm gonna add this little, they sell this this kind of stuff in different widths. So you can have it for different things. Okay, so see, you can't see because I like cut it all to make it fit. So then you just take this, all the little backing off because it's double-sided. How fun. All the little bits of paper. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ah! Squeakers, get down. I'm sorry. Get down. I'm sorry to yell in the camera. Forgive me. So, hold on. Let me turn this at me so I can see it, okay? I think I'm going to do... Let's see. So this bank is lower, okay? So I think I'm going to do the bigger tree here. And see how it has dimension now? Whoops, wait, see? Oh, can you see that? See how it's popped up and it has dimension? So I'm gonna put that guy there. And then I'm gonna take the other one and I'm just gonna add some liquid glue. And I'm gonna glue it down to the actual paper. And again, let me flip it towards me so I can make sure that I'm doing it properly. So there's that. And then you can do either way. You can pop this up if you want, or you can just glue it right down. We're just gonna glue it right down. Oops, don't do it upside down, Alex. I guess it's going right there. Is that even straight? Kind of. That's the beauty of the liquid glue. It does take longer to dry, but it's forgiving in case you have to move it. So there's that. And then this one will kind of do the same. See, this one you can tell my die shifted a little bit. See how it kind of cut off of there? But like I said, crafting isn't perfect. Okay, where's LC? He needs to have action too. He's actually being good and minding his own dang business. So, gonna make it as long as the trunk or the tree. Sorry, I got a C to cut now. I'll work this out to where, especially if I do live. Like I said, if I edit, I can flip the video around if I'm editing. I wasn't supposed to cut tape with this, FYI. These are for my paper. So I'll have to get some like nail polish remover and get that sticky stuff off of there. I just didn't want to get up again. All right, so we're gonna go. Well, I thank you guys for stopping by. I know this was kind of impromptu. But I thank you for coming. Because I had to be here anyway, so. Sorry, I know I'm off camera, but I'm trying to make these small so it doesn't stick out from this side, you know? Thanks, Kevin. Now you can make these like you could do these way easier. You could do these like assembly line style if you wanted to make a bunch. You could do these, if you were using them for your own presents, like maybe you wouldn't have to go like all, you know, like kind of I'm doing, just a lot. Because it might take you a little bit of time. Unless you have the time, then that's great. But otherwise, you can make them just a little bit easier on yourself, which is part of why I use the pattern paper instead of making my own background. You could stamp directly onto the paper instead of doing it like this and cutting each of them out. There's just different ways that you can do them and go a little bit faster. Plus, I'm trying to do a tutorial, but do I want to use, see how big that is, how it takes up like the whole thing? But, oh my gosh, your kitties. My two golden retrievers are just like kids. Whenever I'm on the phone or really busy, they have to be right on top of me or causing some kind of trouble. Squeakers is over, like right over there, looking like a gargoyle, just waiting to do something. I know it. All right, so then that's, okay, so with the exception of, I have to just punch a little hole right through there to make them line up because I wanted to have a nice back. Then you can get some pretty ribbon. You can get like gold thread. You can do a ribbon and then get like a little jingle bell and tie the jingle bell on. And then you can gift these. People can use them like Christmas ornaments and hang them on the tree. You can use them for actual gifts if you wanted to. So there's all kinds of ways. You can make a set of these and gift them to someone. So I have a set of 4 and it can be part of like a stocking stuffer. You guys can't see that. A stocking stuffer for like a crafter. These, I have my Stickles glitter glue added to these, which is another Tim Holtz product that I absolutely love. I add glitter to just about everything. Except my clothes. My clothes are kind of boring. So anyways, that is my tags. I have extra here. Well, I did want to show this to you. Okay, so when I cut the snowdrifts off the bottom, right, because I put them here, it leaves these tops. So you could take this top and put it on a piece of patterned paper and you can have the pretty stuff on the bottom. So it doesn't have to be like this paper, but it can be any paper. And you can like stamp up here, make something, it could be a little fun. Or this could be an extra piece. Like say there's something pretty here, this can have the to and from, and you can have it to where it slides and moves like this, 2 separate cards or 2 separate tags. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. I'm working on, like I said, I was messing with another tag, because you can have dies that aren't shaped like tags. I mean, you can use like just about anything, any of these shapes, and make yourself a tag. All you got to do is have the room to punch the hole in it, you know, to actually hang it. So I have this really cool shaped die, and I was like, well, crap, I can make that into some tags. I love making little tags and like little embellishments and little things like this. I think the next one I'll do with houses. So anyways, I'm gonna flip you up at me, okay? You're gonna go crazy. Whoa, boob shot. Whoa, really close. So anyways, I hope you guys had a good time making tags and, you know, just hanging out with me. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, it was so delayed. So I hope you guys had a good time. Yeah, they would be great for your scrapbook too. Though my friend Brianna calls them clusters. Like she'll make little clusters of them and use them in her scrapbooks. You can use these and you can make your Advent. You can do things like that. You can, you know, make tags for Advent and things. And they don't have to be Christmas tags. They can be like for anything. You could do fall, you know, birthday, and you can stock them away, and then you can have pretty tags to go with your wrapping. I like to also get like craft brown paper and wrap presents in them, because you can stamp on the paper. I've done it to where you wrap the presents in the craft and then you buy the clear like cellophane, and you can sprinkle in sequins and stuff like that, and then it looks like it's like a shaker. Like it's the coolest thing. I love packaging and wrapping. But anyways, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up before you go. I'm really glad you guys came. You can leave it in the comments down below if there's something else that you want to see, or not the phone, another technique or something like that you guys want to learn, and you can leave that in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye.